Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to share a compelling perspective on the relationship between the cryptocurrency industry and U.S. government policy, particularly under President Donald Trump's second term. At the center of this discussion is CleanSpark, one of the leading Bitcoin mining companies in the United States, and the distinct strategic path they are pursuing. Recently, CleanSpark announced an expansion of its credit facility with Coinbase Prime to $200 million. This move is part of a broader capital management strategy aimed at building an institutional-grade Bitcoin treasury desk, something very few companies in the industry have successfully implemented. Rather than solely accumulating Bitcoin like many others, CleanSpark chooses to invest in mining infrastructure, achieving an average production cost of just $34,000 per Bitcoin, a highly competitive rate in the industry. This strategy allows them to accumulate Bitcoin at low cost. As of now, they hold over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Notably, CleanSpark has achieved this without massive stock dilution. Instead, they have leveraged convertible debt and other financial instruments to sustain growth while protecting shareholder value. While many companies in the sector continue raising capital through the stock market, despite unfavorable valuations, CleanSpark has steered away from equity markets, arguing that the sector remains undervalued. In fact, they have not raised any capital via stock issuance since November of last year. Another standout element in CleanSpark's strategy is the more favorable political and regulatory environment under President Trump's current administration. According to the company's CEO, the new administration has provided tailwinds instead of the headwinds seen in the past, especially after the repeal of Rule SAB 121, which previously prevented traditional banks from interacting with Bitcoin. This has opened up opportunities for larger financial institutions to engage more deeply in the digital asset market, allowing CleanSpark to expand into activities such as derivatives trading, Bitcoin lending, and other new revenue streams. In addition, CleanSpark has shown no concern about members of the Trump family, specifically Eric and Don Jr., entering the Bitcoin mining space through their venture, American Bitcoin. CleanSpark CEO maintains that the company is unaffected by this competition, as it already operates at significant scale and with top efficiency in the US, aiming to reach 50 exahash in the near future. A particularly noteworthy point is that the CleanSpark CEO has met privately with President Trump multiple times to discuss the future of the crypto industry. Their goal has never been to seek special favors, but rather to ensure that Bitcoin mining receives fair treatment, free from undue restrictions by agencies like the SEC. And the early results are promising. Regulatory barriers are being lifted, and conversations with Congress and federal departments have become more open and constructive. Most remarkably, despite emerging trends such as AI and HPC, high-performance computing, CleanSpark remains committed to its pure-play Bitcoin strategy. The CEO explains that their origins lie in the energy sector, and from there, they learned how to optimize Bitcoin mining, not the other way around. This gives them a deep understanding of operational efficiency. They firmly believe Bitcoin mining remains the best and most profitable use of energy today. However, CleanSpark is not rigid in its thinking. They remain open to strategic pivots should better opportunities arise in the future. They prioritize strategy over ideology, meaning they are not stubborn, but also won't chase short-term trends that lack real value. In conclusion, CleanSpark is carving out a unique and sustainable path in the crypto industry. They leverage favorable policy, optimize resources, and put shareholder interests at the core of their strategy. Amid a volatile crypto landscape, companies like CleanSpark are demonstrating a model of responsible, effective, and long-term growth. Thank you very much for listening. Bạn có muốn tôi giúp chuyển bài này thành giọng đọc tiếng Anh tự nhiên để dùng làm voiceover cho video không?